Hi, I'm Gerard Paul, the pro-life guy. You know, there are different stages in the development of the unborn baby. And there are different methods of abortion which are used according to these stages of development. I'm going to explain a few of them to you right now. The first one is called suction aspiration. This is the most common method used and is usually done during the first 12 weeks of pregnancy. Anesthesia is given to the woman. The cervix is dilated. A suction tube is inserted into the womb. It is then connected to a vacuum cleaner or a vacuum machine. The vacuum suction is 29 times more powerful than the average home vacuum cleaner. The vacuum suction tears the fetus and the placenta into pieces, which is sucked through a tube and then inserted into a bottle and discarded like trash. The second method is a D&C, which is also done during the first 12 weeks of pregnancy. This method is similar to the suction method, with the added insertion of a hooked-shaped knife, which cuts the baby into pieces. The pieces are scraped out through the cervix and then discarded and thrown into the trash. The next method is done up to 16 weeks of pregnancy. It's called a D&E, dilation and evacuation. Instead of the loop-shaped knife used in the D&C abortions, a pair of forceps is inserted into the womb. Forceps. They grab the fetus with the forceps, and the teeth of the forceps twist and tear the bones of the unborn child. This process is repeated over and over, tearing and gripping and turning the fetus until it is totally dismembered and removed, and the spine, the neck, and the skull is crushed in order to remove the baby. The next method is salt poisoning, which is called saline injection. And this is used after 16 weeks, after 4 months, when there's enough fluid accumulated, enough amniotic fluid accumulated in the sac. A long needle injects a strong salt solution through the mother's abdomen into the baby's sac. The baby swallows this fluid and is poisoned by it. It also acts as a corrosive, burning off the outer layer of skin. It normally takes somewhat over an hour for the baby to die from this method. Within 24 hours, labor is induced, and the mother will give birth either to a dead or to a dying baby. You got that? Either to a dead or a dying baby. Because there have been many cases where the baby is born alive. People are out there telling their stories on YouTube about it. Do you realize what we're doing with this kind of method? The baby's skin, the baby sits and writhes and turns in pain. Sometimes for hours and hours. The skin is burned off. When the baby comes out, it comes out with burnt skin. Burnt. Pink. Hot pink burnt skin from the saline solution. Humans truly are a bunch of animals. The next method is cesarean section, which is used mainly in the last 3 months of pregnancy. The womb is entered by surgery through the wall of the abdomen. This technique is similar to a cesarean delivery, except that the umbilical cord is usually cut while the baby is still in the womb. This cutting cuts off his oxygen supply, his or hers, and causes him or her to suffocate. Sometimes the baby is still removed alive and is simply thrown into the corner, thrown into a bucket to die. Because abortion clinics don't save the baby anymore. Now the last method, of course, is partial birth abortion. They do an ultrasound. The abortionist grabs the baby's legs with forceps. The baby's leg is pulled out into the birth canal. The abortionist delivers the entire body of the baby. In other words, now the entire body is outside of the womb, except for the head. They leave the head in the birth canal. I guess that makes it legal, huh? The abortionist then jams scissors into the base of the baby's skull and takes those scissors and spreads them wide in order to create a gaping hole in the back of the head. The scissors are removed and a suction catheter is inserted. The child's brains are sucked out, causing the skull to collapse. The dead baby is then removed. Don't you see how barbaric these things are? Do you know that the baby feels pain at that point? For all you people out there that deny that the baby feels pain, it is scientifically proven that the baby feels pain during the last 3 months of pregnancy. And we're jamming scissors into the back of the baby's head and spreading them to make a gaping wound. How would you like that to happen to you? We treat these babies worse than animals. These babies deserve the right to live. I know you hear it time and time again, but these babies are individuals from the first day of conception. They got DNA, which creates the eye color, hair color, facial features, personality, IQ. That baby's an individual. You're killing that individual. You're putting that baby through pain. Through pain. People wouldn't do that to their dogs and cats. It's terrible what we're doing. It's barbaric. It's medieval. Killing our children. It's a form of population control. 52 million babies killed since 1973 in America alone. Those 52 million would have had babies of their own. We're killing generations. We're killing individuals. Being that you're killing individuals, you're killing doctors. You're killing probably the person who has the cure for cancer. People who have the methods to help world hunger. We're killing great minds. We're killing generations of people. It's genocide. Abortion is genocide. Anyway, as usual, I thank you so much for watching my video. And like I always say, life is a miracle. Save the babies.